Good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining me for this WNCT Now Digital News Update. I'm Emily Severidge, live in the WNCT Digital Studio.
60% of the U.S. population.
North Carolina Senator Richard Burr could face censure from state party leaders after voting to convict former President Donald Trump after his impeachment trial. A meeting is scheduled for Monday night to consider a resolution to censure against Burr. Senator Burr was one of 7 Republicans who voted guilty, but that still made history as the most ever from a president's own party to vote to convict in an impeachment. North Carolina GOP leaders call Burr's decision shocking and disappointing. Burr said his decision did not come lightly, but he believed it necessary. With so much focus on COVID-19 this year, there's been a little to know about flu season. Local doctors are reporting seeing an unusually low number of influenza cases this year, a trend that's being reflected nationwide. Our sister station in Charlotte spoke with local doctors who say we could still see a flu resurgence this season.
With the public spotlight on the coronavirus pandemic, it may be easy to forget that we're at the height of flu season.
We just really have not seen hardly any flu at all.
According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, seasonal influenza activity in the United States is lower than usual for this time of year. A trend doctors are seeing in the Charlotte area.
The incidence is just incredibly low in our practice and all around the city.
We're seeing very, very little influenza, on the order of a handful of hospitalized cases.
This CDC map shows flu activity nationwide. The shades of green mean low to minimal. Now compare it to this CDC map from the same week last year. Red and purple states had high to very high flu activity.
Respiratory viruses all spread kind of the same way through close contact with respiratory droplets. So I think we're seeing the impact of the preventive measures for COVID spilling over into flu.
And then, of course, a lot of flu spreads through school and kids. And so a lot of kids are not in school, and so they're not spreading those germs.
The CDC reports only 1 influenza-related pediatric death this flu season. Last year, there were 195. Dr. Genevieve Browning with Novant Health says when patients come in with high fevers and body aches, they're tested for both COVID and flu.
We do still test for flu in cases that just really look like they could be flu. We just really aren't getting positives back.
Dr. Browning says we're not out of the woods yet.
There could be a resurgence of flu, or it actually coming into the area and the numbers going up.
Doctors say if the pandemic has taught us anything, it's the health benefits of following the 3 W's.
I do wonder in the future if masking, at least during flu season, may become a more common thing.
We can make a huge impact on every infection and every virus.
In Charlotte, Rochelle Metzger, Fox 46.
Today's COVID-19 numbers and a decade-long celebration for an infamous London cat. That and more coming up after this short break.
When we say you can get 9 on your side news anywhere, we mean, well, anywhere. At work, over coffee, from the kitchen, the plane, outdoors, customized alerts. Everything you want in one place.
Breaking news.
We get it to you wherever you are. Out on the water, on a date, even at the North Pole. Ho, ho, ho. WNCT 9 on your side. News on the go. Anywhere, anytime. What happens in the WNCT Digital Studio is online for you. Live afternoon news updates.
Continuing to track COVID-19 cases.
Don't forget the positive news with Feel Good Friday.
How about we break out some dance moves to kick off your weekend? Remember to see the good in each day.
And if you're looking for your next eatery, Digital Dining has you covered.
Tonight we're visiting Cucina La Mantilla. We visit Blend in Jacksonville.
We're visiting La Cocina del Colqui.
These and more on WNCT Now under the live stream tab.
Thanks so much for joining me. If you're just tuning in, I'm Emily Severidge, live in the WNCT Digital Studio, bringing you some afternoon updates. WNCT is bringing you live streamed updates every Monday through Friday at 1:30 p.m. and 4 o'clock p.m. to bring you the latest and up-to-date news before our nightly newscast. Here at WNCT, we're continuing to track COVID-19 cases statewide and across the East. Here are today's numbers. State health officials are reporting the second day in a row where hospitalizations are under 2,000. 1 month ago today, there were nearly 9,000 new cases. Today, we have nearly 2,500. The daily percent positive is in the 7% range again, staying in at around 7.7 tests coming back positive. That's still around 2 percentage points shy of the 5% state health officials say is a safe point to be at. A national consumer story for you, coming soon to a selected retailer near you, a vegan version of the iconic KitKat bar. Nestle, the Switzerland-based company, said on Monday it would soon have delicious plant-based options that deliver the perfect balance between crispy wafer and smooth chocolate that people know and love. The new treat will be called the KitKat V and will be launched later this year in several countries around the globe. The company already has plant-based alternatives to dairy made from rice, oat, soy, coconut, pea, and almonds that are already found in its non-dairy ice cream, creamer, and other products. Some worldly news: a tabby cat in the UK is celebrating 10 years of being London's chief mouse catcher. Larry the cat was recruited by Prime Minister David Cameron in February of 2011. The former stray was given the title Chief Mouser to the Cabinet Office. British leaders say Larry's rags to riches story is yet more proof of why all animals deserve a second chance. Larry is now 14 years old and is often seen patrolling his turf. According to British officials at the heart of government, Larry specializes in power naps. Well, that's going to wrap up this WNCT Now digital news update. I'll be back again at 4 o'clock with another update for you. Thanks so much for watching.